guys, and welcome back to my channel. So if you are new here, my name is Damaris Michelle, and typically I'm coming at you guys with a hair video, but in today's video I'm going to be going over all of my mommy essentials and the things that I think you definitely need, not want, but need. Whether you're a first-time mom, you're second, third, whatever, these essentials are what you can use for each and every kid. I tend to find that they have worked for both my kids. But before we get into the video, make sure you guys subscribe and turn your notifications on so you guys can stay up to date with me and my videos. Okay, so let's get into it. I don't even know where to begin because it's just so much stuff, but we're gonna try to make this quick because it's a lot of stuff. So the first thing I'm gonna go over, of course, the binkies. So this is the Philips Advent Soothie. This is the pacifiers that the hospitals give you, and I think that that's why I've always gravitated to these pacifiers. So these are the same pacifiers that I use. I don't get the fancy ones to make it match every outfit, and I literally get these every single time. So this is a pack that I never even opened, so I'm gonna save it for the next one. Hopefully I know where it is by then. This is the binky that she uses now, her main one, and I'm gonna film this first because she's actually crying and I think she wants her binky. So this is also the Philips Advent, and this is called a Wubba Nub. I don't know if you guys are familiar with it, but I love this pacifier because my second is very, my first had this too, but my second has enjoyed this one better because she likes to hold on to things when she's tired or something to calm her instead of like a blankie. This is like perfect because it's her binky and it's a nice comfort to her all in one. And now that she's teething, so during the day she usually has this pacifier. It's the same one, same Philips Advent, just a different color. And I switched her onto this one because she's teething and she's always putting stuff in her mouth, so she needs something to bite down on. And so this has been gold. This is like perfect. These two for both. Be right back. Let me go give her binky because she's crying and I stole it for the video. It's the pacifier attached to the stuffed animal. So another thing about that, I know probably people are concerned about it being clean and all that other stuff. I'm not going to say it doesn't collect dirt. I mean, it lays around just like anything else, any of her other stuff. But anytime I wash her clothes, it's very easy. Oh, I should have showed you how I could detach it. It's very easy to detach it and put it right back on. Oh, and then I recommend getting more than one. Next, I think it's natural to go into bottles, right? My first daughter, I have two girls. So my first daughter, I had her back in 2018, and then my recent, I had her in 23. So she's 9 months old, and then my oldest is 5 years old. So they're 5 years apart. So that is how good this stuff is that I'm showing you guys, because that's how long it's lasted. Because just like anything else, I feel like things in the baby world is always evolving and they're always coming out with something new. And I feel like these things that I'm going to be showing you guys, you're going to always need, like, no matter what. Like, it's a staple. Now for the bottles, we switched to Dr. Brown's. I didn't want to switch to Dr. Brown's. I originally started off with Tommy Tippy. I used Tommy Tippy with my first daughter and I used it with my second. But the difference between my first and my second is with my first, I used the plastic bottles. And with this baby, I'm using glass bottles. So the reason why I switched, I thought about like the plastic melting and all the chemicals, especially like when I'm sterilizing, because I don't buy a sterilizer, I'm be honest. I don't have one of those. I put my kids' bottles in a hot pot. I boil hot water and I stick them in the hot water. So I switched over to glass bottles with this baby, and so we had the Tommy Tippy glass bottles. But the problem with the Tommy Tippy glass bottles is that they don't come with silicone covers, which is crazy to me. You have glass bottles and you don't have silicone covers. So Tommy Tippy does have a cover for their baby bottles, but it's like a strap, and it like, I'll insert a picture so you guys can see, and it's very bulky, and I felt like my daughter would have struggled holding that. She wouldn't have been able to get a good grip, and then I just didn't like what it looked like either. So we switched over to Dr. Brown's. I do notice that these don't break as much, and these have fallen quite a bit, and we have tile floors, but when we're out, I put this on. It's really not that bad to put on. It's taking it off. I usually sit it down and I put it on. It's being difficult for the video. It's really not that bad to put on. Is it annoying? Yes. but it's really not that bad. And that's what it looks like with the silicone. I just dropped it from up here. Did not break. Now I'm not going to try that without the silicone cover. Now getting these off is very annoying. I'm not even going to try getting it off right now because I don't feel like being bothered. Oh, and then another reason why we switched over to glass, well, I switched over to glass, was because I noticed with the plastics, I had to keep rebuying them because they stain when you start putting like juice and stuff in them. They get scratched up. They start to look dingy and old. And even when you have the milk in them, I feel like, let's be honest, there are sometimes we have bottles that sit all day, maybe for even 2 days. We have the bottles just sitting, especially in the beginning when you're barely sleeping. And the plastic, the smell holds even after you wash it. You can still smell the milk, the expired milk. So what I like about these is like once you wash them, they smell clean. I feel like the plastic, they just, think about your Tupperware, like how it starts to look raggedy after a couple of months of using it. That's exactly how the plastic bottles are, and that's why I don't like them. The reason why we switched to Dr. Brown's was because the Tommy Tippy kept breaking and we had to keep replacing them, and for a pack of 3 it's like $40. For a pack of 2 of the Dr. Brown's glass, I got it off of Amazon. I don't know what it is in the store, but I got it off of Amazon for like $11 and change. So it was like $12 for 2 glass bottles. Even if I order 2 sets of bottles, which is 4 bottles, I'm still getting it for less the price of 3 with the Tommy Tippy. So the Tommy Tippy was a little bit pricey. The glass is better on the Dr. Brown's because the Tommy Tippy just kept breaking. And these have dropped and they haven't broken yet. And they don't always have the silicone cover. I really don't put the silicone cover on unless we're going out in public and I know it's more prone to breaking than it is in the house, because when we're home and I'm giving her a bottle, she's always in her crib. So that's the rant with the bottles. So next is the bibs. You have the terry cloth bib and then we have the muslin bib. I love both, but this one is more practical. If you're a more practical person and you want to stick to a strict budget and you want to get exactly what you need, then this is what you're going to want to get. If you're someone like me this was my second, so there's a lot of things I already had. So this was just like for fun. But this is more practical because it is the terry cloth and it absorbs a lot better than the muslin. In the beginning, when they're babies and they're spitting up a lot, you're feeding and the milk is dripping down, these are the ideal bibs that you want. The material. Now I got these because I thought they were so cute. I got them off of Amazon and look how cute. I love anything with ruffles. So once I saw the ruffles around the edges, I was like, ugh. And I was actually really worried that once I washed and dried these a couple times that they were going to shrink because of the muslin material, but they have not changed. They look very small, you guys, but I'm telling you, they're huge. Because when I put them on her when she was first born, it was like taking over her whole body. She could have wore this as a shirt. And so now they're fitting her like perfect and she's 9 months. These are good for now. I like to put these on her now because she drools and they're good for holding drool. Oh, and then the other bib, the silicone bib. Can't forget about this one. This one is like perfect for when they're eating. It's easy to clean. All you have to do is flip it over and clean it. And I love that it literally is at the perfect angle. It catches everything. Catches all their food, so she's always going back and digging and eating it. So I really like these. Let me see. It says dishwasher safe, so you can put these in the dishwasher. I haven't put them in a dishwasher. I just hand clean them. So the first 4 months with my second, I pumped. I breastfed, and then with my firstborn, I pumped until she was 9 months, and then my milk supply started dying down and getting really low, so I stopped breastfeeding her. Now this baby, for my 9-month-old, I stopped breastfeeding her because she did not latch on correctly. It's very painful when they don't latch on correctly. And then on top of that, she was very aggressive. Like, she would just like take her gums and just be like this and moving her head. She was this very aggressive baby. And so I stopped. I was like, I can't do this. Like, it hurts, it's painful. And then with this baby, it was just a whole lot going on with this baby. Like, I had postpartum depression, and it was so weird. I forgot what hormone it's called that like gets let down, or something that happens when you're breastfeeding and you're instantly sad. Like, that was me this time. So I was really happy to not breastfeed. So I know some moms get really sad about not being able to breastfeed. They feel like they're not going to be able to give their kid the best of the best formula that you can give your baby. They'll be nice and healthy and happy as long as they're getting that milk, girl. So don't get too hard on yourself, because I was like that with my first. I let it get to me so bad, and then I told myself with my second I wasn't going to do that, because look how she turned out. She turned out perfectly fine. I know the internet makes you feel like you need to be breastfeeding because it's the best thing to give your baby. You don't want to give your baby toxins and all this other stuff and blah, blah, blah. It is okay. I just wanted to make a point of saying that there are so many other ways that you could bond with your baby other than breastfeeding. You could take more time out of your day to cuddle. You guys could do skin-to-skin contact throughout the day. You could read them books. You could play with them when they do their tummy time. It's infinite. So please, moms, don't be hard on yourselves. You're doing a great job. It was such a relief. I was finally not the only one that had to feed her. I wasn't the only one that had to get up in the middle of the night. Like, it was perfect. I do not have my pump because I packed it away, and I was not going in my storage room and digging it out because that is just way too much work. So I'll put a picture of the pump that I use. So my first baby, I started off with the Medela, and I used the Medela in the hospital. And it was great, but then my Medela broke down, so then I took my sister's Spectrum. I feel like it worked just as good as the Medela. I don't think one is better than the other. I liked both. Even though I had the Spectra, I did still use the Medela, what do you call these? Storage bags. And when I switched over to formula, brain fart, when I switched over to formula, I got me a dispenser. Now, you can get this anywhere. You can get this off of Amazon. You can get this off of Target, Walmart, even Marshalls and TJ Maxx sells this stuff. And I like it. It's nice and small. It's compact. And all you do is turn and you open it. And I had to make sure my formula was in it. And then you just pour out. Oh, that was leftover formula. But this is good. You're going to need this, especially if you are not going to be breastfeeding and you're going to be formula feeding. So the next thing I'm going to be showing you guys that both my kids loved. This is a little bit pricey, and there's different versions of it, but this is just the version I've had, and I've had it since my first. And this is the Docatot. Ugh, can you see it? I have the deluxe. I don't remember how much this was. I know they're pretty pricey, and they run in the hundreds. They're like $100, $200, depending on the print as well. I haven't looked it up. I don't know how much they are right now, but I know they are still pretty pricey. But I'm telling you guys, this thing is amazing. You could sit this in your bed. You could sit this on the countertop. You could sit this on the couch, on the floor. Like, you could put it anywhere that you are. This is the way to go. Both my kids use this, and I also use this as a changing table. So, like, I don't have a changing pad. I put this on the dresser, and I use this to change her in. So, I absolutely love this, and it's very, I guess, it is easy. It's just annoying. So, you just unzip it. You take this part out, and then you wash this. It is annoying to put it back in, I'm not gonna lie. But it's worth it. And then the other part is here. You unzip it, and you take it out and you wash it. I've had this for 5 years, and look, it's in and every time I've washed this and dried it, look how good shape it's in. 5 years, and I've let my sister use it, so it's gotten a lot of use in the last 5 years. Next thing that is so important to have is a boppy. Now, I know someone's probably gonna ask, do you need both? Yes, you need both that and the boppy, because they serve two different purposes. So originally I had bought the boppy because I was breastfeeding, and what you do is you put it around you and my daughter's baby doll's not in here. But you put it around you, and it's easy to breastfeed because the baby's right here. It's very comfortable. It's a very comfortable pillow. I used it mostly for breastfeeding in the beginning, and then after that, again, this is something else you could like put in the crib and lay your baby on top of. You could put the baby next to you in the bed, not to sleep, but put the baby next to you, and the baby could lounge around with you and stuff like that when you're just relaxing. You could sit this on the couch. I absolutely love this. Next thing I got is I got this from TJ Maxx. I'm pretty sure you guys have seen this if you go into TJ Maxx or Marshall's. It's like a circle play mat. It's really, I originally got it for tummy time, but my daughter does not like her crib mattress because it is so firm, and you have to do a firm mattress. She will not sleep in her crib unless this is on top of the mattress. And what I like about this is that it's very thin. It still has some type of fluff to it, but it's not going to put her in danger. So that's what I liked about this. She will not, to this day, she will not sleep in her crib unless this is laying on top of it. I do recommend this, even for just tummy time. I love this thing. Love it. The next thing you're gonna need is a baby monitor. So we got a baby monitor, but we got only the voice one. Now, we did this because we didn't want the camera one, because I've just seen too many stories of people hacking into people's cameras and watching their babies and stuff like that, and I'm just like, I can't. Like, my husband wasn't having it, and I was like, yeah, I agree. Like, I don't want the video one. I used the same, this is not the same one, but we did use VTech for our first baby, and this is also very nice and cheap and affordable. I think it was like $16.99. I got this off of Amazon. Everything's gonna be in my storefront. Our kids never had medical problems where we needed to monitor them in their sleep. So now if your kids have medical problems where you need to monitor them every now and then in the middle of the night, then totally get the camera one. I would too at that point. But because our kids are healthy by the grace of God, we do not need any video watching them while they're sleeping. So we just have this. Like about this one is that you could plug it in. It has the plug-in, or it's battery operated. I don't have the battery in here. It's actually somewhere on the dresser. And then it comes with the battery, and then the battery goes in here. So, but the battery's not chargeable. So once the battery dies, you have to buy a new one. I did notice it's one of those, I don't know if you're going to be able to see, but it has like a piece that goes in there. So it's not just a regular battery. I don't think you could just go to the store and get it. You might have to order it online. But you don't need to, because as long as you don't lose the wire, it does pop out and pop back in. But as long as you don't lose the wires, you won't need the battery, because you could just plug it right in. This washer sack, I don't know what to call it, but y'all, it is so easy for baby socks to get lost. Get you one of these. And the mittens. Every time they get dirty, and you just throw them in here. Keep it where you change the baby and just throw them in here. This will save you so many trips to the store for some socks and mittens. Get you one of these. And then you throw it in the wash and the dryer. If you have a winter baby, this is good. I do recommend this still, because we had a summer baby. She was born in June, and we still ended up using this. Obviously in the colder, once it got colder, we're from New York. So, this was the best thing ever. This is called the Bundle Me. I think it's by J.J. Cole. I think that's how you, J.J. Cole, yes. It is the Bundle Me, and you put this inside of the car seat, and it is universal, so it goes into any car seat. And instead of having to put like a snowsuit on them or a jacket and hand mittens and booty slippers, like with this, they do not need a coat. You just need a blanket. And I absolutely love this. I use this for both kids. And what I like about, I don't know about other brands, I'm pretty sure other brands have duplicated it, but this also, they have a bigger version. I have a bigger version of this where it's like for like toddler size. Well, depending on how big your baby is, you could use this up into a year. All you have to do is put the straps of the car seat through here, and boom, you put your baby in there, and then you bundle them up, and they're nice and warm. Next is the Nose Frida No Suction. Now, I don't know where the other piece is to this. It's somewhere around here. That's the only downfall to this thing, is that it's so detachable. But yeah, I recommend getting 2 of these because this easily gets lost. And I've lost this so many times. So this is one of those things that I recommend that you get at least 2 of them. Because sometimes you might sit it somewhere you don't know where it is. A piece of it might fall off. That's the only thing I don't like about this thing, is that this part where that's why it's not on here. The 2 part where you suck it up, it's not on here because it comes off very easily. This is the best nose suction that you will ever have in your life. I don't get the old-fashioned ones that it doesn't get it all out like this one does. This is amazing. When I left the hospital, they gave me a bunch. I have even more of these. But the hospital gave me so many of these. You're going to need a thermometer. Nail clipper. You're going to need a nail clipper. This came in a pack of 2. This is safety first. It doesn't really matter what brand you get. But you're going to need a nail clipper because their nails grow so much and get so long. And they're just going to be scratching up their faces. It doesn't matter how much you try to prevent it. Babies always scratch their faces. But you're going to need a nail clipper. Once they start eating puree food, you want to switch over to getting them a toothbrush and toothpaste. You usually use a washcloth to wipe their tongue in the beginning to get the milk off of there. And then once they start eating table food, even though they don't have teeth, you want to start getting them used to the toothbrush so that it's easier, that when they do start to get teeth, they don't give you a hard time brushing their teeth. This is a Dr. Brown's. I got this from Target. And it came with the fluoride free. It's from 0 to 3 years old. It's not organic, but if you want to get an organic one, then get the organic toothpaste. Next is the teethers, the OGs of baby teethers. I like these because you can freeze them. You don't have to freeze them. And then I like that they have like a texture on them. So they have like different, like this one has like dots on it and lines and stuff. I like these. It's easy for them to grip. I had the same ones for my first one. Those aren't them, but I got the same exact thing. You guys, get you a baby NutriBullet. You're going to need this when they start, especially if you're going to be making their food. This is if you're going to be making the food. If you're going to buy their food, then you don't need this, of course. But if you are going to be making their food from scratch, this is essential. You are going to need this. A steamer. I love this. I think it's faster than the stove. And you can steam the vegetables, broccoli, carrots, asparagus, anything, any vegetable you're giving them. I love this thing. It works really fast. It gets really hot and it steams very well. And it's quick. I don't remember if this came with the blender or the steamer, but you get a pack. It comes like this, and this is for you to store the baby food in the fridge. I love this thing. And I left this in here so you guys can see. I'm not giving this to her. It's no good anymore. It's pasta. I baked her like the little mini pasta noodles. So that's what's in here, and I'm just showing you guys what it looks like and how much it could store. It's a lot, and that's only half of it. Another thing I like, I hope you guys can see, is the number right there. So it says 14. I don't think you would ever put anything in there for 14 days, but like the meats and the vegetables, you shouldn't leave them in there for more than 3 days. So I would always put it on here. Like I would switch it to number 3. I don't know if you guys can see, but you switch it to number 3 and you just move it over. Now it's on, no, that's 4. Other way. So it's on 3, 2, 1. And then you could keep up with how long it's been in there. So that's what I really like about these two. These 6, it came with the 6 of these and the tray. It comes with like 2 of these so you could interchange them. It comes with a thing for you to sit eggs on. You could boil eggs. Now, I have not tried that yet. I am going to try it though. It comes with a lot of other pieces for this. I just didn't bring it because It's a lot of pieces it comes with.
I also forgot to mention that it does come with this silicone tray that's really good for storing your baby's food in the freezer. And once you're ready to use it, it's very easy to pop out. I do recommend getting multiple of these if you're going to be meal prepping in advance and cooking a lot of baby food.
And then it also comes with this big sized one. I know this seems like a lot of stuff, you guys, but this is all the stuff that, especially if it's your first time, put this all on your registry. Like, put it all on there. And I'm telling you, you will use this for the rest of your kids. If you keep up with your stuff and you store things properly and you take care of your stuff, this stuff will last you. I'm telling you. The DockATot I showed you, I've had that for 5 years. The Bundle Me, this thing here, I had this for 5 years. A lot of the stuff, like the monitor, I had to rebuy because a lot of stuff I also gave my sister and she lost it. My sister's not good with keeping up with stuff. So some stuff I did have to replace. That boppy, I have had that boppy. I've had this for 5 years. I've, of course, had to get new covers, which you should want to get new covers. But I've had this for 5 years. So a lot of this stuff, you could even have this for a long period of time, but this is the kind of stuff you lose or it ends up getting misplaced, so you have to buy it. But this was like $4.99. But yeah, I've had that. This I've had for 5 years. We didn't talk about this yet, but I'm about to talk about this. So I don't have the little fancy sound machines that you see all the influencers using, but I have this and I love it. I've had it since my first. I've had this for 5 years. See, it's in good shape. You keep up with your stuff. Cheaper, and it makes the same sound as those fancy. It lights up. They both loved it. I don't remember how much it was because I got this 5 years ago, but it is a good sound machine. Next thing I'm going to show you that's an essential that you're going to need is the changing pad. But it opens up. It opens up pretty big. This is how big it is. This is the part, of course, you put the baby on here. And then on this side, which I've never had to use this yet, but if you're going somewhere to like an amusement park, or if you're going to the mall, or you're going somewhere you don't want to have to carry the baby bag and they've already eaten, you don't really need the food and all that stuff. Or if you're going on a plane, this is perfect. So here is where the wipes would go. This little section here, it has a circle. Open it and put the wipes in there. Then over here, I'm pretty sure this pocket is probably so that you could put some diapers in here, a couple of diapers. And then here it's thin, so I'm assuming like to put like a tube if your child is using like a butt paste or something, if they have a rash or whatever, you could put that in there. You could wash it and put it in the dryer. This is a must. Of course, your baby's not going to be using this right away, but this sitter right here, both my kids used this sitter. This sitter is a must. Why? So let me tell you. So this sitter is great for if you're cooking and you need your baby to sit and be occupied for a little while. So what I like about it is that the tray, it turns. So this is the front of it. So if they want to play, whatever, they could play. And then if they're tired of playing, we all know snacks keeps a baby quiet. So if you're trying to get stuff done, you could put the snacks in their cup here or whatever, and they could eat and snack. My daughter loves flipping this back and forth. It's very easy. It comes off like that. And even this part comes off. Very easy. It's annoying to put back on, but it does come off very easy, just like that. So then if you don't need all of that and you just need the seat, now you have the seat. Easy to wipe down. I don't know what to call this, fabric, or it feels like silicone, but it's not silicone. It's like a foam. It's a very tough foam. Of course, food drops in there, but again, it's nice and easy to clean. We have not ordered her high chair cover yet, so we've been using this to feed her in. So if you live in an apartment or you live somewhere where it's a really tight space and you guys don't necessarily have the room for a high chair, this will work great for a high chair. The baby starts to sit up. Now, I didn't purchase this, but my sister gave it to me because she didn't need it anymore. And y'all, when I tell you, this is probably like my favorite thing I have right now for my daughter. She's 9 months old. And I love it because now her and my daughter could sit in the tub together. This thing right here, y'all, let me tell you, I love this thing. This was like the best thing my sister could give me. It is so good. So you sit this in the tub, and this goes to the back of the tub. It suctions, and when I tell y'all it suctions really good. It's hard to get it off. That's how tight it suctions to the tub. You sit this in the tub, and what I really like about this is whether you have a narrow tub, a wide tub, it adjusts. You just turn the sides, and both sides pop open. So just like this side turns too. And, oh wait, this way. It turns. And so you can make it as wide or as small as you need it to fit your tub. And it locks in. And these also have suctions over here too. So this thing does not move. This brand in particular is the Summer brand. Love that. That's my favorite. That's my favorite. Put that on your registry. Next thing is, I know this doesn't seem so much of like a baby essential, but before you know it, you're going to be potty training your kid. And I don't know about you, but I cannot stand those potties that sit on the floor, because then you got to scoop out poop all day, poop and pee. I don't like doing it. I don't like doing it. I don't like smelling it. I don't like looking at it. I don't like doing it. So get you one of these. I got this off of Amazon. So you basically, so it folds. It folds. So it's very compact. And then when your kid is going to go sit on the toilet, they can open it themselves, and you sit this on the toilet. And this is like the step stool they step up on to get onto it, and they sit. And it's perfect. It's perfect. I love this. I switched to this when my daughter was potty training. The only thing I hate about this thing, it is very annoying to clean. It has so many creases and crevices. Like, you have this down here, you have this, you have that. Look, I still can't, I don't even know how toothpaste got on there. I still can't get that off. So like, there's so many like little things in here, and it's very annoying to clean. It is, I'm not gonna lie, but it is very much better to wipe down on this part here, which is gonna be the part you wipe down the most. But I usually just throw it in the shower, and I just hose it down with the shower and give it a nice little scrub, and good to go. You guys, we're almost done. I know this is, I'm gonna try not to have this as a long video. So, baby bag. Now, I did not have this with my first, but I wish I did. So with my first, it was always so hard finding a baby bag, because I feel like all the baby bags on the market are so small. And I'm like, you gotta put bottles in there, you gotta put diapers, you have to put wipes. And most people like me, like if I'm carrying a baby bag, I'm not carrying a bag for myself. So then I have my stuff in the bag on top of all the stuff for the baby bag. And it's a lot of stuff, and it's always crammed, it doesn't fit, and then it just, I don't know. So I got this bag. Now this bag originally was supposed to just be my hospital bag, but I use it as my baby bag. And yes, it is like a duffel bag, but it's like a mini duffel bag, but it is so worth it because I could fit everything in here. Everything. I could fit everything, and it's not super crowded. So on the inside, it has 3 pockets. 1, 2, 3. You can fit 3 bottles. Now, only your narrow bottles. If you have a bottle like Nook, and if you have a bottle like Tommy Tippy, it's not going to fit in here. But I have the slim bottle now, and it can fit in here. And it's the little insulated pockets to help keep the bottles warm or cold. And it really does work. It came with a changing pad itself. It's in the drawer. I don't feel like getting it. But it comes with a changing pad. I would use it. I just have 2 of them, and I always just grab the other one first. Oh. So that's on that side. And on this side, it has a big pocket here, and then it has 2 big pockets here, and then it's just a really spacious bag. It just fits everything in there that I need. Everything. It's so big. And then it also has this back pocket. Oh, y'all, these are essential too. These are little mini garbage bags for like when you're out in public or you're not home and you need to dispose of the stinky, dirty diaper. put the dirty diaper in here, tie it up, and boop, drop it in the garbage can in the bathroom. Or if you're in the car and you have to change your baby in the car and you're not necessarily near a garbage can, you can put this in there and help conceal the smell a little bit. Get you some of those. But that's what I have here in this pocket, part of the baby bag. And then I like that you can either hold it like this, or you can hold it like this. Super cute. What? It's 11 o'clock. Ava asleep? Mm-hmm. Oh, nice. My husband's leaving for work, y'all. I hate it. He works overnights and it sucks. He hates it too. He's worked overnight for like 6-7 years now. And he hates it just as much. So his next job is not going to be overnight. And I cannot wait. It sucks. Anyway. This is my baby bag. And I absolutely love it. I have one more thing to show you guys, which is the baby tub. But let me get all the pieces because I took it apart. I actually grabbed a couple of things while I was looking for this piece for the tub. Oh, I have to put all this stuff back, you guys. The things I do for you to make videos. I'm throwing it all in the corner and it's going to go. I'll put it away tomorrow. Tubs. I'm still figuring out the tub thing. Clearly, the thing I showed you guys that sits up, this thing, as soon as your baby can sit up on their own, you're never going to use anything else but this. Now, this I used up until she wasn't sitting up on her own anymore, which was about 7 months old. So, once she reached about 7 months, I stopped using this because she was sitting up. And I could put her in that thing. And I got both my kids bathed at one time. It was just easier. So this is the Frida Baby tub. This is what it looks like without the pieces in it. And then it also has a hook. It comes with this insert. And you could take it out and wash it. That's why I don't know what I did with the piece that goes in right here. It goes right there in that hole. The plastic piece to put it in here. I like this Frida tub, but I don't at the same time. I liked it, but I don't like it. And I say that because for the price, it should have been a little bit more. It should have did more for the price. This tub was $50. And I know that sounds crazy spending $50 on a tub, but they marketed really good. So, okay, so this is why I don't like it for the $50. So this piece already came off. And as much as we always talk about, oh, I'm going to put it back on, I'm going to put it back on, I never put it back on. And now I don't even know where the other piece is to this. So I either have to go online and look up to see if they sell the pieces separately for me to put it back. And if they don't, I'm screwed because I don't know where this is. So now this tub... They do have universal attachments, so I could just buy a universal one. But this tub was $50 and it came with an insert. I want to use what it came with because it was $50. So you're really supposed to be able to snap it on like that. And the other side is supposed to get snapped on. And then you could adjust it. So in the beginning, not on this side. So you could put it on either side. I don't know why they did it like that because that side is not even, you can't even use that side. So you could snap it on either side. And so typically the bar would help it to sit up and the bar, which, oh, perfect. You can see it here. So this is when they're like babies and this is when they get a little bit bigger and you could slide it down and you could adjust it and then they would be sitting in it like this. And then this one up here, you sit it up here and it like sits like this. So that way when they are younger, like newborns, and you're bathing them, they have more support. Now that was the thing I didn't like about this, was that I felt like there was no support for her head. And I just felt like when she was in there, she was just like this. So I felt so bad for her, but it was just like how the tub was. And so that is the only thing I don't like about this, is that I felt like there was no support here for the head. And that this was a pretty good tub. Is it worth the $50? No. There are other tubs on the market that do the same exact thing. It's a cool tub. I like it. Now, the other thing I didn't like about this tub that I did not even think about when I purchased it. You see, it's a pretty big tub. This tub has to go into the bathtub. The other tub that I had with my first daughter, I was able to sit it in the sink, which is a lot better because then you're not bending over in the tub and you're not hurting your back. You can put this on the countertop. Now, you can put it in there empty and just take cups of water or pots of water and pour it in here. But then when it comes to dumping it, this thing is so heavy to dump. And if you have to put it on your countertop, when it's just easier to sit it in the sink and just pull the plug on the inside and let all the water drain out, but it's too big for the sink. Now, I have a smaller sink and it was too small by like 3 or 4 inches. So if you have a bigger basin sink, then you probably will get lucky and this will fit in there. But for my sink, it did not fit. If you do not have like a double sink, this is not going to fit in your single sink. Unless you have a really wide single sink. This came in the baby bag. This was the other changing thing I told you. It's a nice size. It's pretty big. So these are the other things that I completely forgot that are essentials that you are going to need. Now, you are going to need a wrap. I would get the ones that are not, I forgot what brand it is, but it comes small, medium, large. Don't get that because you don't know how big you're going to be. Your weight's going to fluctuate. You don't want it to be snug and too tight on you. So get the ones that are like one fits all. And you just, you know. So I got this one. My sister gave me this one. I didn't have to buy it, but this is how long it is. It opens up wide, so don't worry. It's not like super tiny. It opens up wide. Solly Baby. That's what it's called. Can you see? It's called Solly Baby. I love this wrap because you can adjust it to make it as tight or as loose as you want. You could wear it in the summertime. It's nice and light and airy, so you can put this on. You are going to need this because whether you like it or not, at some point, you're going to have to carry your baby around with you because they're not going to let you get anything done. And if you want to get stuff done around the house, you're going to be carrying that baby. So get you one of these. This, if you have a summer baby, you need you one of these. This is a net. This could fit on the car seat and it's wide enough and stretches. You could put this on the stroller. It is huge and it stretches really, really wide. You're gonna need one of these to keep the bugs out. You're gonna want to keep the bugs out from biting your baby. The mosquitoes, the flies and all that. If you have a summer baby, get you one of these. I don't remember where I got this one from. I had gotten one from Bye Bye Baby, but the Bye Bye Babies by me all shut down. I don't think this one is from Bye Bye Baby though. I might have got this off of Amazon. I don't remember. I've had this since my first baby. That's why I don't remember. Good quality, good shape. Don't remember where I got it from. Either Amazon or Bye Bye Baby. And then the last thing I'm going to be showing you guys, which I think I covered everything. If I did forget something, sorry. I don't use this one. I think the one that I normally use, I put it in the wash. But I have 2 of them. This you're gonna need whether you have a winter baby or you have a summer baby. These are the stroller covers. I mean the car seat cover. Also multi-purpose. You can use it to breastfeed if you're breastfeeding. And it has a little net, the breathable net. You know what? I'll insert a picture off of Amazon because I got it off of Amazon. But yes, I believe I covered all of the mommy essentials that you are going to need as a first-time mom. Now, I didn't go over the basics, like diapers and wipes and all that stuff, because obviously that you're going to need that. I didn't go over like lotions and all that stuff because every baby is different. I didn't go over shampoos and body washes because my daughter can't use half the body washes on the shelf. So that's something that you have to figure out yourself. That is whatever your baby's skin receives and takes. Some kids have eczema. Some people have skin conditions. Personally use Luvs. Luvs are my favorite diapers to use. I love the smell of them. I think the sizing is on point. They hold up really good. They are my favorite brand to use over Pampers, over Huggies. Huggies are my least favorite. I think even the quality of Love diapers are better than Pampers. That's just my opinion. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I actually might even do a video now that I did this one. I might do a video of me showing you what you should put on your registry. I can't even show you what was on my registry because I didn't put a lot of things because I already had so much stuff. But I don't know, comment below if you guys want me to do a video of showing you guys what you guys should put on your registry if you're like a first-time mom. All right, you guys, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe, and make sure you guys hit that bell so that you guys can stay up to date with me and my videos. And yeah, if you guys want to see more content like this, more mommy content, let me know in the comments. If you guys have any other questions that I may have the answers to, then maybe I can make another video. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video.